The beauty of it is I can rotate my shoulders, okay? So if you ever, it's a good beat down position, or so we call it, per se. All right, so here, if I'm here and his feet are on me, I'm gonna disconnect myself after I get some weight on his shins. Okay, skip here, okay? Your foot is on his hip and your knee is in his sternum. You don't have to be mean to your partners in here, but if you're doing this for real, it's gonna be real once you transfer the weight. He ain't got a third of the weight on him right now, maybe a quarter. And when I stand up straight and I put my stomach even on my knee, you can see his face. It's not comfortable, okay? All right? So the beauty of it, I'm gonna put it across the stomach, okay, so it don't hurt him real bad. All right, the beauty of this is if I'm here, right, look, try to hit me. And you know he's 6 inches taller than me, which ain't fair because I got his reach with my body, but our arms are about the same length. I can rotate my shoulders and he can't. So that's why it's a good position for jiu-jitsu. Okay? Because if I get to this point, I'm going to punch you in the face a couple times if it's out here in the real world. I mean, because I wouldn't be in this altercation normally unless you started with me. Well, I know I'm going to jail. Well, I'm a black belt. What do you think's going to happen? When I break one of his arms, I'm going to court. Okay? That's just how it is. They're going to get me for maiming him. I've already had a student get it done to him, so I know how it works. All right, dude started fighting with him. He got 19 to 30 months for beating him up. Damn. All right, all because he did MMA. They brought all the videos to court. He got 19 months at 22 years old, 23 years old.
Wow.
What now? No, that's Matt Coker. That's a Raleigh. He's not my student. He got 6 years. Matt Coker got 6 years.
Jeez.
For beating a dude up, defending himself. But he punched him so many times he fell against the wall and put his eye out. So his name's Dalton. He's the guy that was at my gym. But the dude he's talking about is about your size, maybe a little stockier than you. Fights 35. He's about 14-2 in MMA. But dude jacked him up in the bathroom, told him he thought he was something, was talking junk, so he started hitting him. Well, he hit him about 20 times, and the dude fell against the wall and put his eye out. He got 6 to 8 years for malicious maiming. Like 20, how old are you?
19.
Matt's a little older than you
He
are.
was like, well, you wrestled like 4 or 5, so yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah, he got 6 to 8 years for beating up somebody for defending himself.
There goes
DA
the
brought all his videos, said he knew what he was doing, he could have stopped at any time. He tried to maim that man. So I'm just telling you how it works. If they find out you're doing this and you go out here and you start a fight, you're going to get in trouble. Okay? No such thing as registering your hands. That's BS. Well, I got 3 black belts. So I know you don't register your hands. Okay? That's garbage. Anybody ever tells you that, just start laughing and walk off because they're lying. Well, that's how I know when most of them telling a lie to get. You know, my hands are registered. Okay, sure, man. Walk off. Right?
Registered?
Yeah, you don't register your hands. That's
It's like a gun or something.
Your hands are deadly weapons.
Keep they hurting me.
Courthouse and registering them things. Alright, it's a myth. It's a myth. I got 3 black belts. I know. It's a myth. But what I'm saying is, but if they find out that you're training any of this stuff and you go out here and start something and you hurt them, they're going to get in trouble. That's just how it is. And rightfully so to an extent. I think they give them a little too much time, but I guess the first couple are trying to make an example so the rest of you don't go behind them and do the same thing. But 6 to 8 years to a 25-year-old, that's a bit much, man. That means you're getting out no less than 6, and you won't pull no more than 8. That's a long time. Imagine how different the world's going to be when you get out in 6 years. I mean, think how fast stuff evolves right now. 6 years ago, it was a flip phone, and it was junk.
That's the original iMac.
You know, it was a razor and it was this big. Now it's a little big phone and you can watch TV on it and it'll do all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? My phone's smarter than my computer at the house now. So you got different options here for open guard, okay? This one, I know everybody's gonna have trouble with, but this works good. All right? And I'm gonna tell you real specific. And if you'll listen to me, I'm really specific about how to do it. If you just listen to the details, you'll figure it out on your own. First and foremost, I usually know what y'all gonna do wrong because I've seen 1,000 of you do the same thing. Okay? I've been in business 6 years. I've been teaching for 7.5, 8 years. So I've seen a bunch of people do it. Okay? So I know you're gonna make mistakes, and I know usually what it's gonna be because generally the most people do the same thing. One of two things usually. And I can tell you what they're gonna do. All right? First thing you're gonna do when you try to do this is turn sideways, and I'm gonna tell you not to, and you're gonna do it anyway. Okay? When I grab your feet, I'm standing square. I'm not gonna do this. Because when I do, all he has to do is pull his knees through, he's got my back. Okay? Don't turn sideways. Second, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna put this foot on the floor, and I'm gonna tell you not to put your foot on the floor. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. I just went over this last week. All right, so I'm holding here. Right? I'm standing square. I'm gonna step over. Okay? This foot is not touching the floor. Where's this foot gonna do? Thank you. All right? As soon as I step over, I'm gonna let go with his hand. His feet are stuck. This is my slide. Okay? I'm controlling. The third thing you're gonna do is hold yourself up and ask me why you're not hitting the floor. Let yourself down. You're holding yourself up. So when you do this, first thing people do is this. Second mistake people make is this. You can't hit the floor if you're standing on your foot. You just got, it's like a cartwheel, you gotta commit. Okay? Third thing you're gonna do. Once you don't, you're gonna hold yourself up and go, why ain't I hitting the floor? Let yourself down. You're the one holding yourself up. Okay? So now watch. Here, here. If that ain't the easiest pass, I don't know what is. And it puts me in perfect position. And if you slide just like this, it's hard for him to get guard. Okay? If he gets this underhook before I do, what do? Where? Try to take my back. Okay? I want that underhook. But if I can't get the underhook, I'll settle for that until I get position. Okay? Make sense? Because once I got that on, I can turn square up and get side control, block his hip. I don't worry about that anymore. I'll go back to that later if that's what I want to do. Okay? So I'm here. Okay? I'm going to stay square. And I'm going to hold myself and let myself slide to the floor. I'm controlling my descent with my hand. His feet, I'm holding his feet are holding me. So when I let his feet go, I go. Okay? And what's the worst gonna happen? You're gonna hit this floor, it's padded. Okay? Well, you know how many people sit there and go, it's like, man, just slide. Worst case scenario, you're gonna smack the floor from like 8 inches. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. Alright? So, you're here, you step over. See how I'm still standing square with him? I'm not turning. I'm trying to shoot for that underhook. But you're not always going to get it. But if I can, I will. Okay? So I'm going here. Okay? Does that work?
Does.
You figure it out? You need to see it? Or you going to be alright? Alright, let's go.